All right, gang, this afternoon I am gonna go check out The Circle. And no, it is not Disney's long-awaited big-budget animated sequel to The Lion King. Now, seriously, this film it's got some talent behind and in front of the camera. We have the director of The Spectacular Now, which was one of the best romantic dramas of the last several years. Great director. Then, of course, you have star Tom Hanks, great actor. And then you got Emma Watson. Well, like Meatloaf always said. Alright, gang, I just got out of The Circle.
The circle is now complete.
Sorry for that. I mean, I'm of the belief that you can never have too much Darth Vader in any YouTube movie review, even if the movie doesn't even include Darth Vader. Good. But you know what? The Circle is definitely not complete with this movie because I was one of maybe 5 people in the entire theater. It was crickets. And I think there is a definitive reason why no one was at The Circle, and that is because, quite frankly, this movie is not very good. I would say that it has a tremendous amount of thematic ambition and has a lot of interesting things to say about our social media world and about our interconnectivity with one another across the planet, and the ways that social media and the internet is really diminishing our level of privacy in the world. But having said that, I think this film really hammers home these would-be contemplative and thoughtful themes, I think, with the subtlety of a flying mallet. This film felt like it was really sort of aggressively sermonizing its themes. And as I think a negative consequence, it felt really sort of obtrusively preachy.
It's very inappropriate.
So what you really need to know about The Circle is this. The film stars Emma Watson, more on her in a bit, as this young girl who's looking for a new career path. So she takes this job at this vast tech company called The Circle.
How would you describe what The Circle is to, say, your grandmother?
It's the chaos of the web made elegant.
I don't know, think of it as sort of like an amalgamation of every single internet company. I mean, there's certainly echoes of Apple, but it's not just a tech company. It's really also a social media company. And I mean, it's kind of like, it's everything. It's The Circle.
I am a believer in the perfectibility of human beings. The possibilities are endless. At The Circle, there isn't a problem that we cannot solve.
You know, very early on, she begins to notice that this place is kind of a cult. I mean,
we can finally realize our potential. Circlers, do you like to share?
Every employee, worships the heads of this company, who are played by Tom Hanks and Patton Oswalt.
You're a valued part of The Circle. We care about everybody you care about.
It should be also noted that Tom Hanks is barely in this movie. He's plastered all over the posters. I mean, he gets like top billing as star of this film, but he's really only in it for a few handful of scenes.
It's very inappropriate.
Kind of like, I gotta call bullshit on the advertising of The Circle.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Bullshit!
So anywho, she starts working for The Circle. It becomes very clear that this company wants to completely revolutionize the social media world.
We can cure any disease, and we can end hunger without secrets, without the hoarding of knowledge and information.
So it tasks her at one point to wear this little tiny circular camera that will essentially chronicle the comings and goings of everything she's doing at every waking moment of the day. It's called transparency.
We will see it all. If it happens, we'll know.
So she agrees to this, and through her participation in this experiment, she really grows to learn of the scope and nature of the Circle's real plans, and then the plot sort of thickens.
Knowing is good, but knowing everything is better.
Again, it has a lot of really interesting themes. Like, I like films that sort of are very topical of today, and I think it's really, the Circle is really trying to deal with, as I mentioned, themes of privacy and themes of how do human beings attain privacy in an ever-escalating social media world. The Circle on those modest levels is compelling.
We used to go on adventures, we used to have fun and see things, and now it's all filtered through this. Does this really seem okay to you?
And I like the earlier stages of the film that shows this young woman trying to acclimatize herself to this very peculiar work environment.
Everyone really likes you.
Your work's been exemplary, strong ratings, but your absence at several events.
Sorry, my dad had an episode and I was home helping out.
Is that related to his MS?
But the plotting of this film is really terrible. Really contrived and really convenient. I don't like the way that the film takes a lot of strange and awkward detours, narratively speaking, and the film's pacing is all over the map. It's very messy on a level of editing. Watching this film, it feels like there was a much more succinct and smoothly delineated and better film out of this jumbled mess. A lot of side characters that sort of come and go when the screenplay deems it convenient. John Boyega is in this film.
The Circle has the power to change everything.
He shows up at the beginning of the film, and then he completely disappears, and then he reappears again when the screenplay deems it convenient.
May's only been with us for a few months, but she has made quite an impression.
He is a character without much character, but he's used as this lazy plot machination to drive the plot forward, and it really becomes clear that John Boyega's role was severely edited down.
Everything recorded, seen, broadcast is stored and analyzed here. They can use it however they see fit, no matter what it's called.
Tom Hanks's former Apollo 13 co-star, the late great Bill Paxton, also shows up in this film.
I've been looking into your parents' situation, and I have an idea.
And man, it was really kind of distractingly sad. Not distractingly sad in the sense that I think Bill Paxton is a bad actor. I love me the Paxton, but sad in the sense that this is essentially one of his very last film roles.
This can't be happening, man. This isn't happening.
He plays the father of the Emma Watson character, and he has MS, and the screenplay sort of cheaply uses that MS again as a plot point to propel the story forward.
I want to say how much I value what you've done for my family.
And then of course you have Tom Hanks. I mean, he doesn't play villains a lot in movies. He does well in the few key scenes that he's in.
Tom and I want to talk to you about an idea, but before we do, is there anything you want to tell us?
I think he really relishes this character, but there's just not a lot of meat on the bones of this character. You really grow to know and learn nothing about this guy, which ultimately doesn't make him a very compelling screen villain.
Do you feel better or worse?
And then of course there's Emma Watson. Emma Watson is an actress that I've been sort of hard on. She has been in some films that I have liked. I really liked her work in Perks of Being a Wallflower, but I think she's better suited in small supporting parts, or parts, or in movies where she's part of a larger ensemble. I don't think she is charismatic enough, nor is an actress with enough range to really carry this material. And quite frankly, I thought she gave a really stilted and flat performance.
It's very inappropriate.
I think that's maybe the best descriptor that I can make of this movie. This movie is really flat and stilted, and it sort of careens towards this climax that is ape shit bonkers, crazy, and doesn't make any sense, and really defies logic.
But knowing everything is better.
All in all, like, The Circle is a very messy, misguided, sometimes unintentionally funny. And even though I did like the ambition of the film's ideas and its core concepts and its subject matter, I think it's really just a failure of execution and implementation of those ideas. So there you go. There's my review of The Circle.
The circle is now complete.
Let me know in the comments below what you thought of the film. Once again, thank you very much for watching. If you could like this video, I'd really appreciate it. If you could subscribe to my channel, give me some subscribe love, that would mean the world to me. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you at the movies.